A very good evening, Zimbabwe. You are listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America in Washington on Friday, March 4th, 2022. This is Live Talk. I am Cape Stube.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanga-Nyahuye, broadcasting from my home in Washington, D.C., due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Tonight on Live Talk, we are talking about by-election campaigns in Zimbabwe and the Ukraine-Russia war, and campaigning for the forthcoming council and parliamentary by-elections is in top gear in Zimbabwe, where parties are holding rallies to drum up support. The opposition Citizens Coalition for Change will be holding a rally tomorrow in Bulawayo, while Zanu PF is scheduled to have a similar event in Cholocho, that is Matabeleland North. In Ukraine, state officials say Russian forces have taken control of Europe's largest nuclear plant, Zaporizhzhia, after shelling it and sparking a fire in a building in the plant compound. This comes at a time when the Russian army is dropping bombs in many cities, resulting in a refugee crisis which the United Nations says may hit about 4 million before the end of the year. Some of the people that have fled include Zimbabweans who were students at various tertiary institutions. And in sports, the second edition of the Basketball Africa League kicks off in Dakar tomorrow. Two other cities, Cairo in Egypt and Kigali in Rwanda, will host this edition's matches, as was the case for the historic inaugural tournament that took place in May 2021 in Kigali, Rwanda. 12 teams will try to succeed Zamalek of Egypt, winner of the first Basketball Africa League. Initiated by the prestigious NBA, the North American Basketball League, in partnership with the International Basketball Federation, the BAL replaces the former African Basketball League. So-ke zulukandaba lamhlanje-ke siyabe sixoxa ngokutshiyeneyo. Okunye okukhulu kwangikhona sikhuluma ngama-by-elections okumele ayenziwe mhla ka-26 ngoMbimbido. Siyabona ukuthi sibili kuningi okumele amabandla ekwenze ngesikhathi sokhetho lolu. Sikhuluma nje kusasa kuyabe kungani kuyahanjwa sibili koBulawayo, njengoba sizwile ukuthi ibandla le-Citizens Coalition for Change liyabe lise-White City Stadium likhankasela ukhetho lolu. Kuzathi njalo ngesonto ibandla leZanu PF liyabe likhona ngale eCholocho esabelweni seMatabeleland North. So-ke kuyabe kufikwa khona ngale eCholocho lakho kuyabe kulomongameli Emerson Mnangagwa. Sikhuluma nje nxa sesikhangela kwezinye ezombusazwe sikhangele khona ngale kwele Ukraine. Ukuyanyangazani-ke ibutho le-Russia selibambe chaka sibili i-nuclear plant okuthiwa yiZaporizhzhia. Kukhanyangazani-ke leyi i-nuclear plant enkulu kakhulu. Singathi-ke ibutho le-Russia like laphosa amabhomba khona ngale kwalumatha, ngakho kwesatsho ukuthi engxe kuzaba lokunye okunzima okuzaba khona, kodwa kungazani-ke i-situation yakhona kuthiwa i-under control. So ele-Russia likhanya libhomba ngamandla khona ngale kwele Ukraine osokubhubhe khona abantu abafika 2000, wathi abayi-1.2 million sebebalekile kulelo lizwe. Umanyano we-United Nations uthi kulabantu abafika 4 million abalakho ukubaleka kusiyafika ekupheleni komnyaka. So siyabona njalo ukuthi abanye ababaleke khona ngale ngabadabuka eZimbabwe abafunda endaweni ezitshiyeneyo. So abanye base-Hungary, Poland, Romania lamanye amazwe. So-ke kuthiwa-ke uhulumende weZimbabwe sezama ukuthi abalungisele amatikiti ukuthi bahambe babuyele ekhaya. Nxa sesikhangela kwezemidlalo siyakhumbula ukuthi kwakwenziwa i-Basketball Africa League nyakenye. Imidlalo yakhona kwakunzima sibili, kwagcina kunqoba iqembu leZamalek lakho le-Egypt. So-ke imidlalo le iqalisa kusasa second edition khona ngale-ke eDakar kwele-Senegal. Amanye amadolobho amabili, iCairo kuzobuya-ke iKigali, azabe lawo elemidlalo le. So imidlalo le singathi iqakathekiswa kakhulu yi-NBA yakwelemelika. Sibili kuyakhuthazwa ukuthi kuthuthuke i-basketball kuzwekazi le-Afrika. Siyakwazi njalo ukuthi i-International Basketball Federation layo isekela imidlalo le. So sabe siliphakulela okuningi ngokuya phambili. Kunjalo-ke Marvelous nxa sikhuluma ngakho khonokho esibhekane lakho namhlanje.
Aiwa, tinokuchingamidza ine mufaro pano pachirongwa chedu chanhasi nemusi wechishanu kudai March 4, 2022, apo nhasi tiri kutarisa isu zviri kuitika munyika panyaya yegadziriro yesarudzo yemaby elections. uyezve tichange tiri kutarisa zviri kuitika kunyika yeUkraine iyo yatakaona ichipindwa nenyika yeRussia zvine chisimba, uyezve pari zvino Russia iri kuti iyo yawanikwa ichienda kune zviteshi kana kuti maplants enuclear emuUkraine. Tichiona zvakare kuti kune zvizvarwa zveZimbabwe zvakawanda zviri munyika iyi, zvimwe zvakakwanisa kubuda vachienda ivo kuPoland, vamwe vakaenda kuRomania, vamwe vakaenda ivo kuHungary, uko vari kuita upoteri uyezve vakamirira kuti vatengerwe matikiti kuti vadzokere kumusha. Tambotaura nechimwe chizvarwa cheZimbabwe chiri kunzvimbo yeRomania vachiti ivo bazi embassy yeZimbabwe iri kuGermany yakwanisa kunge ichitenga matikiti evamwe vari munzvimbo iyoyi, uyezve vachibatsirwa zvakare nezvizvarwa zveZimbabwe zviri ikoko kuEurope kuti vabatsirane mukutenga matiketi aya ekuti zvizvarwa izvi zvidzokere kumusha. Vamwe vazhinji vawanikwa ivo vachipotera vachibva kunzvimbo yeUkraine vadzidzi vari kuita zvidzidzo zvepamusoro, vari kuda kuita madhokotera kana zvimwewo. Asi tinonzwa zvakare kuti kuchiri nevamwe vari munzvimbo iyi yeUkraine vari kune imwe nzvimbo yakawanikwa iyo ichibhombwa mabridge nemarodhi, zvekuti pari zvino vari munzvimbo yavanoti mabhanka, uyezve pari zvino havasati vawana chekufambisa kuti vawanikwe ivo vachibuda munyika iyi vachitiza hondo irimo sezvo pasina zvekufambisa uyezve migwagwa isina kumira zvakanaka. Saka tichange tiri kutarisa zvakare mitambo iri kutanga iyo mangwana yeBasketball Africa League ichawanikwa iyo ichinakidza veruzhinji. Iyi mitambo yechipiri takamboona ichiitwa zvakare gore rapera, asi tichange tiri kutarisa zvakare misangano miviri mikuru ichange iri kuitwa nebato reCitizens Coalition for Change yekutsvaga rutsigiro kuBulawayo, uyezve tichiona kuti Zanu PF ine wayo musangano zvakare kucholocho. Saka tichange toda kunzwa kuti zviri kufamba sei, uyezve pari zvino hapasati pane mhirizhonga here. Taona nhasi vaConstantino Chiwenga vachitaura vari kuBulawayo, vachitaura ivo kuti vanhu pari zvino vanofanira kugarisana pasina ipo zvekushungurudzana panyaya dzezvematongerwo enyika. Asi vazhinji vari kutarisa vachiti izvi zvinofanira kubvawo kubato irori reZanu PF, uyezve kuti vachivenga kana vataura mazwi aya vachinyatsorevesa mazwi akanaka, asi chinodiwa kuti vanhu vazoateedzera. Over to you, Gibbs.
Kunjalo-ke khonokho kukhulunywa nguMarvelous. Sike sizwe-ke uChiwenga ekhuluma khona ngale koBulawayo lapho kade kuthanyelwa khona emgwaqweni libandla leZanu PF.
Of Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, the country has been taken to a new level, punctuated by a raft of development-oriented policies, programs, and projects. Itself an unmistaken characteristic of the Second Republic. I wish to share with you the one and only message from the President and First Secretary of the party, that none but I wish to share with you shall build and develop our country from the President and First Secretary by brick of the party, stone that upon stone shall build and develop our country. Brick, our now spoken mantra upon stone, which says, Nyika inovakwa neve nevayo. Ilizwe our lakiwa ngevanikazi valo, which says, Nyika inovakwa neve nevayo. Ilizwe lakiwa ngevanikazi valo.
So that is the Vice President of Zimbabwe, Marvelous. There is talking about, what Zanu PF is campaigning for. He says the nation has to be built by its owners, so kuti lizokumele lakhiwe ngabanikazi balo. Singazi ukuthi iko kumbe hayi qhubeka khona pho Marvelous.
Aiwa apo tanga tiri kunzwa vaConstantino Chiwenga vachitaura ivo vari kubulawayo vachiti hanzi nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. Vachitaurawo zvakare zvavari kuti ivo bato ravo reZanu PF zvakagona kusvika panguva ino, zvavari kuita kuti vari kuti ivo vanhu vavatsigire mune rutsigiro rwavari kutsvaga pamabi-elections achaitwa mwedzi uno musi wa26.
Yes, we also had some kind of coverage in Harare where the ZEC chairperson, Priscilla Chikumba, was presenting before a portfolio committee, that is a parliamentary portfolio committee. She was talking about violence. There have been several incidents of political violence, and she says their hands are very, very tight, because at the end of the day, they don't have the legal framework or legal mandate to actually, arrest people. She says, if ever you talk about arresting anyone, you have to talk to the police, if ever there's any violence and all those kind of things. So let's listen to what she's saying, Marvelous, about this issue.
Kwakazainwa inonzi code of conduct yakaita sebumbiro rekuti vanhu vanenge vachida kusarudzwa vanowirirana kuti aya ndo mafambisiro atichaita kana takukambeni, hatirovani, hatitukani, hatimbunyikidzani. Saka kana anenge ambunyikidzwa ane kodzero yekumhangara kumapurisa, kuhuman rights commission, ane kodzero zvakare yekuenda kunonzi electoral court, kuhigh court, kunotaura kuti ndambunyikidzwa naningi, ndiri kuda kuti electoral court imubvise paballot paper, imudisqualify. Mukanyora tsamba kuzeki muchititaura kuti marohwa mbama, zeki haina zvainokwanisa kukubatsirai nazvo pakuti kurohwa kwamaitwa uku kusakanganise nhau yesarudzo. Panguva yatinenge tichiita zvesarudzo, munofanira kuenda kumapurisa monomhangana, muvhurisa dhoketi rekuti electoral act yakanganiswa, kwete kuvhurisa dhoketi rekurohwa mbama.
Mataura imi kuti dzimwe nyika dzine matanha dzinoita kunge dzichima electoral EMB anga achikwanisa kunge achiranga mapato ezvematongerwo enyika, ndezvipi zvimwe zvingakwanisa kuitwa kuti tinge tichipedza dambudziko iroro remherishonga?
Kune dzimwe nyika dzekuti tomboti munhu anenge achida kusarudzwa akaita kutuka vamwe kana kutaura mashoko akaipa, musangano wake unobvisirwa mavhotsi eproportional representation, kana kuti vanobhadhariswa mafaini anosvika kana $1,000,000 chaiko chakuti tiri kubhadharisai faini yekuti makatuka nguva yezvesarudzo zvisingabvumidzwe nemutemo wesarudzo. Saka isusu muno muZimbabwe masimba iwayo hatina, uyezve muno muZimbabwe hatina masimba ekurejista mapolitical party kana kuadirejista, zvinove zvinotitadzisa zvakare kuti tikwanise kuadzora nezvisungo nguva yavanenge vachiita zvavanenge vachiita kana kuti yavanenge vachipomerwa kuti vakaita zvavakudzaita.
Peno pane zvimwe zvamungada kutitaura here zvakanangana nesarudzo dzemabi-elections dziri kuuya idzi?
Zvandingade kutaura ndezvekuti vana vemuZimbabwe, nyika ino inde yedu, ngatiitei zvekuti kana tanzi bumbiro remutemo riri kuti tikuenda mumabi-election toita nerunyararo nekuremekedzana. Vana baba vachiremekedza ana amai, vana mai vachiremekedza ana baba, vana vachiremekedza vakuru, vakuruwo vachiremekedza vana vadiki nekodzero dzevadiki. Munhu wese ane kodzero dzake mubumbiro remutemo. Ngatiregei kumbunyikidzana. Pinda mukanzuru, pinda muparliament nerudo rwevanhu vanenge vakakusarudza vachiona kuti uchanomiririra zvichemo zvako, kwete kupinda nekumbunyikidza.
Mataura imi kuti mitemo yesarudzo inoda kusandurwa, uye pane zvimwe zvamakatura kuparamende, mungatitsanangura muchidimbi kuti ndezvipi?
Zvinoturwa kuparamende zvinoturwa kune gurukota rinoona nezvemutemo. Gurukota rinoona nezvemutemo vane mutemo wavachauya nawo voisa pamberi peparamende kuti vane mutemo wavachauya nawo voisa pamberi peparamende kuti
elections in Zimbabwe for a very long time. You mentioned two specific examples: biased coverage and politically motivated violence. I just want to add to what the CEO has said. Technically speaking, biased coverage and politically motivated violence, these are electoral malpractices which are criminalized in terms of the Electoral Act. Now, because they are criminalized, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission has absolutely no powers at all to deal with allegations of criminal activity. That is not part of our mandate as a purely administrative EMB. When you look at other EMBs in the region, for instance, South Africa and Zambia, you will find that in terms of their mandate, they have a quasi-judicial or quasi-tribunal mandate, which actually enables them to summon stakeholders to answer to certain allegations. And as a consequence of that quasi-judicial mandate that those EMBs have, they can actually fine EMBs. I've seen a political party in South Africa being fined 1 million rand, for instance, for an electoral malpractice, for hate speech, for instance. So, do we have enough power? My direct answer is this: the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission has adequate powers to deal with its current mandate, which is purely administrative. Now, if Parliament were to decide to give the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission quasi-judicial mandate, then of course we would expect commensurate powers to enable us to deal with that new mandate. Now, what we find is the perennial problem, Honourable Gonese, is that we need more robust voter education for stakeholders to understand that simply going on social media to say, I wrote a letter to ZEC saying there was politically motivated violence, that's not where your remedy lies. That is not going to assist you. Because we are in the middle of an election, we're running around, we're purchasing ballot paper and ink. We have a cardboard box full of letters saying, dear ZEC, you know what, yesterday somebody slapped me because we belong to different political parties. Okay, report to your nearest police station. Report to the Human Rights Commission. They have investigative powers. We simply don't. And what I find is the Electoral Commission continuously gets blamed for failure to act in those instances because people expect it to act. And they expect it to act. And they
Yes, that is Miss Priscilla Chikumba of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. I think unapoke marvelous ukuyesile ukuthi abantu bangamelele ukuthi iZEC isebenze yona ngoba bona banamandla ngokutsho kwakhe ukuthi abalamandla ngitsho sibili ukuthi bengenzani. So ungavele utshaya ngumuntu wezombangazwe kumele ukuthi ubone iplan ukuthi ungenza njani, hambe emapholiseni ngokutsho kwakhe uthi ungaya kuZEC vele kawusoze uthole lutho. So iZEC ayikubambi konke lokho ngoba kayila constitutional mandate yokuthi isebenze njalo. So singazi ukuthi ungathini khonapho marvelous ngena siso.
Aiwa, apo tanga tiri kunzwa Mai Chigumba vachitaura panyaya yekushungurudzana kwevanhu vanenge vari kuita zvemacampaign. Vari kutaura ivo kuti unofanira kuenda kumapurisa uyezve uchienda iwe kunotaura nehofisi inomirira nyaya iyoyo kuitira kuti usangoenda uchinoti aiwa ini ndarohwa. Aiwa, unofanira kuenda ikoko uchibva wataura kuti ini ndiri muelection uyezve ndiri candidate ndakwanisa kushungurudzwa nacandidate nyanga wekupati yakati. Asi vanga vari kuti ivo seZEC havana yatingati simba rekuti vawanikwe ivo vachipa mutongo wekuti munhu anenge ashungurudzwa abviswe paballot paper kana kuti abhadhariswe mari sezvinoitwawo kune dzimwe nyika dzakadai seSouth Africa. Vataura kuti kunenge kunana South Africa imwe pati yakatowanikwa ichibhadhariswa mari inosvika 1 million rands pamusoro pekunge vakwanisa kunge vachishungurudza imwewo bato ranga riri kukwikwidza musarudzo. Saka ndo zvavari kutaura ipapa vachiti ndo zvavanoshuwira kuti munguva inotevera zviitike, nekuti vanhu vanofanira kuremekedzana, nekuti munhu wese tichitarisa mubumbiro remutemo ane rukudzo raanopiwa. Vechidiki vane rukudzo rwavo, vakuru vane rukudzo rwavo. Saka vanhu havafanira kunge vachishungurudzana munyaya iyi yemaby-elections pakutsvaga rutsigiro. Gibbs.
Yes, we've got a Zanu PF councillor here. You know, she's talking about what is going on in Bulawayo. Tomorrow, remember, in Bulawayo, there's CCC and all those kind of, things are going to happen. Remember what happened a week ago. There was so much violence, but let's understand what ZEC is saying. She's saying, you know what? It's very impossible to actually arrest anyone. So let's listen to what she's saying.
ukhansela ka-Ward 21 Janet Moyo.
Mama Moyo, ndingasitshela ukuthi uhlelo lokukhankasela ukuvotela mhla ka-26 lumi njani esigabeni sakho?
Hayi, mina uhlelo lokukhankasela esigabeni sami lu-right sibili, kuyahambeka, kuyasebenzeka. Labantu siyabatshela ukuthi hayi bo bantu lingali, okuqakathekileyo kuyarejista ukuvota. Hambani lirejista ukuvota ukuze nxa ufuna ongakufuniyo, inkalakatha okuqakathekileyo is for you to go and vote. Iko sibatshela khona ukuthi hambani liyevota, singalwi, lingadabula ama-posters anamathiseleyo. Iposter yomunye nxa inamathisele itshinjalo. Siyabaqonqosela sibili, hayi kuhle sibili, kuyasebenzeka.
So all what she's saying here, Marvelous, is that people should campaign very peacefully, and she says she's encouraging other people to do the same because there is no need for people to fight. Physical fights. She says no, that's not the way to go. The best way is to just campaign peacefully. If you find some kind of posters from other people, don't tear them, don't do anything, but people should campaign in a very civilized manner. So uchonjalala.
Aiwa, apo tiri kunzwa vamukanzura vachange vakamirira Zanu PF vari kutaura ivo kuti zvakakosha kuti vanhu vawanikwe ivo vachitsvaga rutsigiro murunyararo. Vari kutaura zvakare nyaya yekuti ukaona posta yemumwe wekune rimwe bato rakanamirwa pane imwe nzvimbo usabvise, nekuti munhu wese ane yatingatiye anobvumidzwa kuti aise maposta ake nekukampenawo. Saka ngapawanikwe pachiitika iparunyararo, uyezve kuti vanhu vawanikwe vachiyanana. Kana uri wepati yako wotsigirwa kupati kwako, asi usazowanikwe uchibvisa maposta nezvimwe zvakadaro kuitira kuti sarudzo iri dziitwe murunyararo. Vakataura zvakare kuti ivo vari kukurudzira vanhu kuti vaende kunonyoresa kuvhota panguva inoi by-elections asati atanga. Gibbs.
Yes, Marvelous. I think maybe our guests are in now. Let's check them out, whether they're in or not. We've got one guest already, and that is Nkululeko Gwabalanda Mathe. He's just a political activist. He doesn't have a particular party. Welcome to the program, Baba. Kunjani Mathe?
Nithola njani kithi nabo Marvelous nabalaleli, angazi noma ngiyazwakala kahle.
Uyazwakala kahle kakhulu sibili. Usondele ku mic yakho ukuthi sikuzwe mnandi. So ke akutsho ukuthi wena ubona njani imikhankaso le ikhona ba?
Imikhankaso duwe ngiyibona ilobungozi kakhulu ngendlela engakhona. Amaphathi lawo ungananzelela iZanu PF ne-CCC alama-followers amaningi kakhulu njalo enough la ama-followers abanawo ukuthi yi-50-50. So ngibe sengizibuza ukuthi kathi iZanu manje lo mkhuba wokuhlasela amanye amabandla uthathaphi ngoba ile enough support. Okuyinto okuyingozi kokuthi ngoba bahlasele ekhwekhwe, babulala abantu, balimaza abantu. Ngananzelela ukuthi iphathi le manje ithi every structure kuma constituency ayo isinama-gangsters. So okuyingozi okokuthi ngoba kusasa angazi i-CCC angazi kubathi le rally kodwa nina ngisacheckanga idate. So okuyikuthi mangukuthi i-CCC kusasa ine rally koBulawayo e-White City eMathebeleleni. Ukhumbule tu ukuthi la maphathi mayisuka eHarare esize eMathebeleleni abuye namabhasi ethwele abantu besiza kurally. Laba abantu asibazi ukuthi ngobani. Njalo thina masiphila endaweni like siphila koBulawayo, emzini wakoBulawayo siyazana, njalo asikwazi ukuhlasela. So abantu laba babuya nezimpi zabo kade bevele bezilwa ukuthi bebulelene khona ngale befuna ukuzozilwela koBulawayo. Khumbula ukuthi sike zalinyalelwa ngabantu 4 years ago ngendaba yokuthi babebuye nezimpi zabo le. Kathi siqalile ukulwa le bayabuya futhi azazi namhlanje balala beplantane eWhite City. Khumbula iZimbabwe igcwele ngabotheketa kodwa ngamashuru. Labo bantu bagcwele ngama-grenade. Asazi namhlanje noma kuyalala ukuplantwa wona lawo ma-grenade ngoba athi sebesesaba ukuthi behlasele live. Abantu bakithi bazahamba beyohlala behlale kanti bahleli phezu kwama-grenade bethole sebelimele. Njalo ukhumbula ukuthi i-CCC ayilamandla njalo ayilaphosa ayinani. Into ezayenza nayo futhi ukuthi nayo futhi bayenza ama-meeting ebusuku futhi laba bantu. Wena ama-gangsters bazahamba beyoplanta futhi nabo futhi into zabo zenezi ngoba sebesesaba ukuthi belo straight line leyo plant etholoji esilimazela abantu futhi ngoba ukuthi 1985 saphelelwa ngabantu silinyalelwa ngabantu ngeground manje babuya lezi mphi zabo khona lemashonaland yinto abazazenza futhi i-advice engayinikeza abantu bamathebelele bayakwazi ukuthi bona bafuna ukuvotela abantu kabahlale ezindlini bekele ukuhamba emaralini lawa azingozi othola sokugwazwa ngemkhonto kade sinabantu bayisabuka ejele sebezaplanta into zabo phansi siphele sesilinyalelwa ngabafowethu siphele sisalinyalelwa kangaka.
Yeah, marvelous. Hear what Mr. Mathe is saying is that, there's this issue of political violence. He's very worried about the situation right now. I think you heard what Miss Priscilla Chikumba was saying, that they don't have power. So the police are there to only do their job, and not to ZEC, because it doesn't have the police, it doesn't have any mandate to actually do that kind of a thing. So he's worried that maybe tonight, as we speak, there are some people who are going to be trying something at White City Stadium so that they can actually corner some supporters of the Citizens Coalition for Change. So he says there's something that needs to be done, because Zimbabwe has been experiencing such violent activities for a long, long, long time. Yes, Marvelous.
Aiwa, apo tanga tiri kunzwa munyarikani vedu vaMathe vachitaura ivo kuti pari zvino vari kushungurudzikana nenyaya yekushungurudzwa kuri kuitwa vanhu vanotsigira mapato. Vari kutaura ivo kuti semaonero avo vari kufungidzira kuti mangwana panogona kuita mhirizhonga zvakare, apo panogona kutsvagwa vanhu vanogona kuenda vachinonyongaidza yatinoti musangano uye weCCC uriko mangwana kuWhite City, vachitaura zvakare kuti taona mai Chigumba vachitaura ivo kuti ZEC haina simba rekuti risunge vanhu vanenge vaita zvemhirizhonga. Saka ndo zvimwewo zvatiri kutarisa ipo pano kuti zvoitwa sei, tichiona kuti ZEC yageza maoko ayo ichiti iyo haina simba rekusunga vanoita zvemhirizhonga. Asi mangwana tiri kuona kuti pachange paine musangano mukuru weCitizens Coalition for Change, tichiona zvakaitika kuKwekwe uko takaona kuchifa munhu mumwe chete pamusangano wakaitwa ikoko wavachamisa. Saka vazhinji vakatarisa kuti zvii zvichabuda pamusangano wamangwana.
Yes, Marvelous. So I think we are waiting for other guests. They should be joining us shortly. We'll see how far we can go with our program today. And hopefully Regis Vusango has joined us. Let me check whether he's in now. So he's still not around. So wait for him. So simelele abanye ukuthi bangene khonapha kuhlelo ukuthi sixoxe labo sizwe ukuthi kuvele kuhamba njani lapha epakhona endaweni zonke zomhlaba. So kulomnye ubaba lapha Marvelous okhuluma lo Ezra Tshisa Sibanda ukhona ngale eNtaba Zinduna. Akumuzwe, this guy comes from very, very far, in a certain place. You will say it. Let him say it, and then you'll hear his story. It concerns the life that is facing under the current government and all those kind of things. So here he comes.
Hello, sir. What's your name, sir?
My name is Tichaona Mtogwe.
Tichaona? Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I find you here in Tabazinduna. What's happening? This voter registration, all of you guys are walking around. You're not registering to vote. Why?
Yeah, me, I come from Marsh East Wedza. It's almost 500 kilometers away from this place. I'm a learned person. I'm someone who now I should be working, getting salary. But the job that I'm doing doesn't have benefits. Even today, if I wake up, my leg broken, that's it. I don't have pension, I don't have anything. And yes, I'm very youthful. I'm only 35 years old. But just imagine coming from Marsh East Wedza to look for something here in Matebele and Nabasinduna. And Kates, we don't even have anything yet. And we're trying to get something out of the sale.
So here, what are you doing? Are you artisan, miner? What are you doing exactly?
Yeah, we are artisan miners. And we are working under someone has been given claim by the government. But the government didn't even give him the money to start mining. You are given a claim but no capital. How can you mine? Yet mining is capital intense. You need money to start mining. And you need compressors, you need maholas. They say, youth, you are giving you claims. Yes, you get the claims. But how can I start mining? And
So they find a mine for you and tell you that Tinashe, there's a mine for you, but they don't give you any resources.
That's it. You're only given a mine. Remember,
just land like this.
That's land. Germans came here in Zimbabwe long back. They had everything. The German government would fund the mining industry, and Zimbabwe is rich. We have got, especially Matebele land, vast of gold, but no one is mining it. We say we own the land, we have the claims, but we cannot extract the gold under the ground because we don't have the capital. You see, that's why you find some of us will die in peace, because what we are doing, we are mining kind of mining. We are using sand and chisel, yet we are living in the third world, and we should be using explosives, compressors, everything.
Yeah. But how did you see who got the mine exactly? How did you find the mine here? Was it allocated? Do they allocate? You apply? What happens?
The guy said, the chiefs here is kind of like a chiefdom, and so he was told, the chief is giving people, the local people, but him as the beneficiary of the guy who is living, is a local guy, and he got the claim, and even him, the chief, has got 3 claims, but now there's nothing happening on that claim. It's now 4 years you got the claim, but it's just bush, and he has got the mine, but there's nothing happening.
So now that you are told to go and register to vote, so you find that it's not helping at all to register to vote. Look at there, it's empty, there's nobody in there. But there's ZEC people, they're waiting for people like you, the young ones, to come and register to vote.
We are fed up. The thing is, you see, sometimes, especially the youth, it is us who has been affected mostly in Zimbabwe, and especially from the age of 40 to 15, nothing. It's like me, I finished school 2005, but I've never withdrawn money from the bank. And the last year I voted, but my vote went in vain. And we vote, especially in towns, people we vote. Especially us, we need change.
So you believe that voting is just waste of time?
To me, it's just waste of time. I think, like the president said, Zimbabwe is open for business. He's doing business. I should also be doing business. If he's stealing from the country, why can't I also steal from it? He told us openly, Zimbabwe is open for business. I'm doing business. You should also do business. So right now, what I'm focusing is just to me and my family, me and my kids. As long as my
from
kids,
hand to mouth, just working.
Yeah, hand to mouth. And even if I try to cast my vote, it won't change anything. So now what we want, people, they are fed up, especially the youth. Those people you are seeing there, just check the ages, maybe from 40 to 60.
Yeah,
but those are the people who have benefited before. They have got houses, they've got cows, but they've worked maybe in the regime, Emma Whites, and the other part of Mugabe regime, where our currency had the value. But us as youth, we see nothing out of it.
Thank you, Mama.
There you are, Marvelous. That's one of the people who is very disgruntled about what is happening in his life. So uyakhala kakhulu lapha uthi impilo kayihambi ngendlela ayifuna yena. Uthi selokho waba nguye akasebenze lokhana ukuthi uyazuza icheck kumbe wenzani. Uloku yi-money claim lapha asebenza khona uthi vela kusebenzeki. So ke kulobuzima obunye obumangalisayo. So ke ngena khonapho ke sibe sesibiza uRegis Vusango angene khonapha kuhlelo. Marvelous.
Aiwa, apo tiri kunzwa kubva kune mumwe mukomana murume wechidiki ari kuti iye akabva kuwedza kuti anotsvaga basa kuMatebeleland, uko ari kuti iye ari kuita zvekuchera zvicherwa kana kuti atingati magweja kunzvimbo iyoyo, asi ari kuti iye chiri kunyanyomurwadza ndechekuti abvunzwa kuti makarejista kuvhota, akati ndakatombovhota asi vhoti yangu haina kubuda zvakanaka, uyezve akati iye semunhu wechidiki haana kutombobvira abata kana cheki mari yekuti akashandawo apa, nekuti ari kuti iye zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka. Ari kuti vechidiki munzvimbo iyoyi vakawanikwa vachipiwa maclaim emamaini nachifu weimomo, saka iye anoshandirawo mumwe munhu ane claim, asi munhu uyu ane claim asi haana mari yekushandisa, zvekuti vari kungoshandawo zvekungogwavha-ngwavha, havana mari yekuti vachere vachishandisawo muchina yechizvino-zvino. Achitaura iye zvakare kuti vazhinji munzvimbo iyi vaunoona vati kurei vakwegura ndo vane mari nekuti vakashanda panguva iyo vaipiwa macheki vakatengawo dzimba vakatengawo mota nezvimwe zvakadaro. Saka zviri nani kune vati kurei, asi kune vechidiki zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka. Uyezve anga ari kutaura iye kuti hazvisi nyore kuti munhu ubve kuhwenza kunobva ivo zvakare vachiwenga vatanzwa vachitaura nhasi vari kubulawayo ndokwavanobvawo kuhwedza ikoko. Saka anga ari kutaura iye kuti hazvisi nyore kuti munhu ubve ikoko kuhwedza wouya kumatebheleland woita zvakare haupana mari yauri kuwana mubasa raunenge uchiita. Saka ndokutaura kwaari kuita achiti vechidiki pari zvino aiwa, akati iye ini ndaakungoshandirawo mhuri yangu, nekuti ati hanzi mutungamiri wenyika vanotaura kuti Zimbabwe is open for business, asi iye pache zvake haasati aona kuti open for business yacho inorevei kuna iye nemhuri yake. Akati pari zvino akungoitawo zvokuti mhuri yake irarame, haachisinawo basa nekuti wepanext door zviri kufamba sei. Ndokutaurawo kwaari kuita, asanga ari kushungurudzika kuti pari zvino nyaya yekuti vanhu ngavanyorese kuvhota kana kuvhota kwaari iye haasi kuona kunge zvinosandura zvinhu, sezvo ari kutarisana neupenyu hwakaoma semunhu akabva kuhwedza achiuya kumatebheleland, asi haasi kunyatsobata mari yakati tsvikiti.
Iye uyakhuluma lapha-ke umnumzana uthi okuhluphayo ukuthi baphongukiyakiya nje, umuntu uyabamba lapha abambe ngale marvelous aphinde abambe ngapha kwehlule, uthi ya kunzima kakhulu. So-ke singazi ukuthi uRegis Vusango usebuyile kumbe hatshi, uthi simdinge simuzwe ukuthi uthini ngakhonokho kuyokhulunywa ngabantu njalo langokhetho lolo olubuyayo. Siyawazi ukuthi abantu abaningi bakhangelele ukuthi babone ukuthi kuyahamba njani, so abanye bathi into zokhetho lezi kazilancedo. So mbonana kamtholi, qhubeka marvelous. Qhubeka Sibeni, ungixolele khonapho.
Apo tiri kuramba tichiona isu zviri kuitika uyezve takamirira vanyarikani vedu kuti vauye pachirongwa, asi nyaya huru iripo ndeyekuti pane misangano yekutsvaga rutsigiro rwemabi-elections uri kuitwa iwo mangwana kumubulawayo, uyezve tichizoona mumwe musangano zvakare uchaitwawo neZanu PF kucholocho. Saka mapato maviri aya vese vachange vari munzvimbo imwe chete. Vazhinji zvakare vari kuda kuona kuti chii chichaitika. Takaona muzvare Dr. Thokozani Kupe vachibuda iro svondo rino vachikurudzira kuti mapato abatane uyezve kuti vanhu vashande pamwe chete. Saka vazhinji vakatarisa kuti chii chichabuda parali iyoyi yeCCC, uyezve chii chatichanzwa kubva kuna muzvare Thokozani Kupe.
Oti sike sizwe-ke kuKupe ukuthi uthini ngakhona okukhulunywa ngumarvelous ukuthi abantu kumele bebambane.
Future generations will not forgive us if we allow next year's chance to slip away. It is a glorious chance that comes to us, the ordinary people, once in 5 years, and we must make the most of it. Time has come for political parties, students, women's movements, vendors, war veterans, the church, labor, transport operators, and touts, the civil movement, and other social networks to come together and challenge the Zanu PF regime. In view of this, as NDC team, we are henceforth going to be working with like-minded opposition political parties because we are stronger together, and together we can deliver real change to the people of Zimbabwe. Yes, we can. As the NDC team, we are today sending a message to the world that together we are stronger, and indeed together we can, and together we will go far. I would like to conclude by emphasizing that the hour has come.
I think she was cut off a little bit there, marvelous. Maybe let's try to see how best we can play this kind of video. She was really cut off.
Together every step of the way in our quest to deliver real change, so that every Zimbabwean lives in a Zimbabwe where there is equal distribution of resources and opportunities and the spirit of devolution. The hour has come for citizens to converge and vote for change. Together we can make a difference. I thank you. Distribution of resources and opportunities and the spirit of devolution. The hour has come for citizens to converge and vote for change. Together we can make a difference. I thank you.
Yes, she says together people can make a difference. And as you said, nobody knows what's going to happen because coalitions are very difficult, right, to actually form and sustain.
Yes, I think
Excuse me.
Bulawayo really at the moment is the hottest ticket in town, or the hottest town in Zimbabwe, because there's so much coming out of Bulawayo. People are keeping eyes on what's going to happen between Thokozani Kupe and the CCC or other parties, because nobody really knows. She didn't mention who she would like to join forces with or to work alongside. So people are waiting to see what happens tomorrow. All roads lead to Bulawayo, both for the ruling party and also for the Citizens Coalition for Change. So it will be interesting to see what comes out at tomorrow's rally.
Yes, and even Zapu is campaigning in rural areas. They are busy toying and doing all these kind of things. Just listen to this clip.
Abantu abangasikhangelela abantu singamakristu zonke la bunengi bethu uGoliathi liyamazi uDavid liyamazi wawule ndoda kodwa uGoliathi dala le yamazi ngizakutshela uzamazi wawule ndoda kodwa uGoliathi ibhale eBhayibhelini ayihlupha leyo ndoda ihlupha njengezanu so ihlupha njengezanu ingene esikhwameni sakho so ithathe kufunayo ingene kosibanda lapha yenza intando yayo abadala bahlala idale bahlala amadala sizamthini lo muntu isiqabala nawo singayisadala lesiya abadala ngathi bethi bayakhumbula nje uDavid ngoba uGoliathi futhi so bathi hey madoda akuzame indlovu lenxa ngamkwanisa kodwa bethe ngabili kubulalisa mina utheke umfana uDavid wathi ake nithi ngizame badala hawo manje ngizame mina wathatha isavutha sakhe uDavida waya kumefusile egcekeni yabuya inkalakatha ithi zakukhahlela umfana lokho okufana kwayiqaphela kuhle kwathi 1 2 3 kwasithi isavutha phawu walubamba khona apho uGoliathi uGoliathi izanu uDavid ayizapho ilitshe lenu X ivoti ukomo wathi akusela gazi eliyachitheka la Zanu uGoliathi izapho ubani ilitshe lenu kuyini angifuni ukusazela sithi usibangizo bese khuluma violence angikhulumi violence ngikhuluma ilitshe lika X yilo leyachaya uDavid ngaphi emzini sisonke sisonke
That is Sibangilizwe Nkomo. Is the son of the late Father Zimbabwe Joshua Nkomo. What he's saying is he's talking about the biblical David and Goliath. You know what happened. During the kind of thing that he's talking about. So he says in this case, David is Zapu, Goliath is Zanu PF, and the stone that David used is the X for voting. So he says he's not advocating violence, but he says use your X to get rid of Zanu PF. Maybe it will work or it won't work. I don't know. Marvelous.
Apo tiri kunzwa kubva kune vebato reZapu vari kutaurawo ivo vachipa muenzaniso wemubhaibheri kuti ivo sebato reZapu ndivo David, Zanu PF ndiyo Goliath, vachiti ivo kune avo vanga vari kuvateedzera vatsigiri vavo kuti imi pindai mubox monoita zvakaitwa naDhavhidha zvekuti akatema Goliath neX yachona moiita muchivhotera Zapu. Saka tiri kuona kuti variwo vachienda kumaruwa nekumwewo, asi tichange takatarisa kuti tione kuti zvii zvichabuda panyaya idzi, uyezve vachitaura zvakare kuti ivo sebato reZapu havakurudzire mhirizhonga, nyanya mhirizhonga pakati pevemapato anopikisa kana batowo riri kutonga pari zvino reZanu PF, vachiti vanhu vese vari kuita zvematongerwo enyika vanofanira kuita izvi murunyararo, uyezve kuti wopinda uchinovhotera bato raunofarira. Asi apa vanga vari kutaura nevatsigiri veZapu vachiti endai munoita saDhavhidha wemubhaibheri, munotema Goriati, muchitema Goriati neX mapinda muballot box muchivhotera bato reZapu.
Yes, we still have Mr. Nkululeko Gwabalanda Mathe. Gwabalanda, akungeni khonapho sizwe ukuthi ibandla leZapu ulifaka ngaphi. Ubona ngani lalo linganyakaza kumbe akusoze kube lalutho lapho?
Dube mina ngibuyela muva kambambe inkulumo kaThibumba ukuthi uthe yena abala ma-powers. Ukuthi abala ma-powers uyaqeda umuntu wenkosi uma esithi abala ma-powers. iZapu ingabuthelela abantu ngendlela efuna ngakhona, kodwa iZanu ingavuka irikile. Akekho umuntu ozakhuluma ngoba uthi Gumba sekhulumile ukuthi abala ma-powers, which means umuntu olama-powers ngama-leaders eZanu ayiwo azathi ukuthi wona hayi
yes, bona ngazani
sidlile noma cha.
Yeah.
Wona engavumanga ukuthi adliwe. So which means ukuthi iZapu ayikho into ezayenza. Ngize lapha abadala kabayekele ukusebenzisa isystem yabo yokufunza abantwana udlame lolu ababelusebenzisa ngesikhathi seGoodwill. Manje bafunza abantwana iyouth thina udlame ukuthi udlame lolu ngeke luphele because manje sebelunika abantwana sebekwazi abantu ngemkhonto. Lusuka lapho balusa ngaphi? Thina sizabe sisilusa ebantwaneni bethu ukuthi udlame eZimbabwe ngeke luphele the way ungakhona. The way ayikwenzakala ngakhona iZanu ukuthi yahlala embusweni until Jesus come. Kube ngendlela advice enginikeza abantu bangasifiki ngokwemaralini, ngcono umuntu azihlalele endlini ayazi ukuthi uyavotela abantu because emaralini khona ngale sesigwazwa ngemkhonto.
So kulobuzima lapho.
Kulobuzima obukhulu kakhulu Dube ngoba ngiyakutshela amarali la ngu2 eCholotho le koBulawayo ngoba iMDC manje legqubu lokuthi ufuna ukuphindisela. Asikwazi ukuthi iyaphindisela ngani. Ingaphindisela iphindisele eCholotho ayila ma-powers okuyahlasela ngemkhonto njengeZanu. Kodwa izasebenzisela inye iqhinga. Lelo qhinga abalisebenzisa iyabiqeda abantu bakithi.
Yeah, manje uthi kwenziwe lapha Gwabalanda.
Abantu kabayekele amarali ngoba abuya lamabhasi labantu esingabazi ukuthi bavela ngaphi ngobani kanti izikliwe. So abantu kabazihlalele endlini umuntu ayazi lezikipa nxa kuvuma kabayekele ukuthenga izikipa ngoba ziyababulalisa. Umuntu kahlala emkondweni yakhe yazi ukuthi ufuna ukuvotela abantu. Bafuna ukuvotela uChamisa uyakwazi mhla wevote uhambe uyomvotela uChamisa. Bafuna ukuvotela umqondisi mhla we-election leyo uzahambe uyomvotela umqondisi. But into ekhona uthi Gumba sekhulumile amapholisa akabala power ukuthi abantu baye kumapholisa. Amapholisa la awala power. Sizavota the way esifuna ngakhona kodwa iZanu yezathi ukuthi laphana liwine okungaka lokhana liwine okungaka izekhi zavuma kuphela ngoba ayila power.
Yes, siyawuzwa kakhulu. Sicela ubambe khonapho ke sizame uRegis Vusango, siyazama ukuthi simfonele Mavela silapha efonini. All what Gwabalanda is saying here is, if Zek is saying they don't have power, so people may have problems, at the end of the day. If you can manage Marvelous, maybe you can call Regis Vusango. He's waiting for our call because from this end, I think my WhatsApp is not behaving in a good way. So let's try him from that end. While we are doing it, let's bring in a councillor in Tabazinduna who spoke with Ezra Tshisa Sibanda about some of the challenges that they are facing. So let's listen to this interview.
Lapha ke ngibingelela ke umnumzana ngisithi unjani igama ngubani usitshela ukuthi umi nga.
Yes, mina ngu-Alexander Mkandla, ngu-councillor ka-Ward 6 khona apha eNtabazinduna.
eNtabazinduna.
Yes.
Umi njani esigabeni?
Hayi. Esigabeni khonokho. Siphakathi kwesikhathi sehlobo, isikhathi somsebenzi. Kuningi ongaba khona of course. Since induna ingekho esigabeni. Kukhona ama-challenges here and there kodwa ke hayi silaye umlisa wesigaba. Ubaba uKhumalo. Uyasebenza.
Yeah. Ngibonile abantu bakomunye umbuso uchakazile sibisho kulehlobo kodwa abanye bathi ke basendlaleni kanti uhamba njani ngisisi.
Yeah, yes, liqiniso. Abantu kabalimanga bonke. Yeah, balimile abanye balima. I-major concern ukuthi emlimeleni like ewadini yami kule ndawo osokulabantu abahlezi emlimeleni.
Bafoma.
Bakhona abafakayo khonapho kulomphathi owafakayo kodwa kungazani yena nxa esitsho uchief wathi kafaka abantu
uthi wathoma abantu
uthi uchief wathi kabafake abantu
uchief umana this
uchief phela khona wena lo uFelix kodwa kade sikakho
useBritain so yabe mnika athi wena faka abantu
hayi lokho wanilapho lakho mina ngikhuluma ngento
kodwa njengokhansila ubuza ukuthi andaba vela ngawuvunyelwa into
ngiyavunyelwa ukubuza ngiyabuza
bakutshela uzivela so labantu bobuza esigabeni sakho bakhansila
bakhona
uvume njani bathengisela imizi bathi
oseqinisweni ukhanya ngani bayathengiselwa abanye but mina ngibabuza akulothi ngathenga akula lokho yikho engakufakaza ukuthi akulothi mina ngathenga indawo
yeba sisawa phela ukuthi bena ukuthi
kodwa ukukhona ukuthi iroom ekhona ukuthi abantu bathengisela umhlaba
so uza kulungisa kanjani ukucela abantu bebokuza lapha ngibone impotapota solandawane ngibuza
yes ukulungisa siyakulungisa ngoba something that is in the process ukuthi sikulungise ngoba people have reported, we also taken the issue up to council kuzalungiswa ukuthi ngabe induna yona ikhona ngabe sivele sekuhlelwa sokulungiswa konke
lapho kuyayenza i-voter registration at important ngibona isigaba zakho lapho abantu abaregister ukuvota kuyini
abantu beregistry they didn't tell us in time when they came in lathi sibone ngamaposter aluba ngaba besitshele kulesikhathi sayenza i-voter campaign like ukutshela abaphathi ukuthi ngelanga elinje kulento enje ukuze batshela abantu so bona lathi sibone sebekhona and they were here just for a day
uthi abasebenzi lamakhansili kambani ngakuthi awusebenza ekhansili abantu bezekhe lapho
ngabasebenza lathi ngabe ku-right so singazi ukuthi babetshele osobhukini but you'll find ukuthi osobhuki laba abanye baye besithi abakwazi so kahle ukuthi babetshele bani lathi asikwazi
so isigaba sakho kodwa siyathuthuka nxa ukhangele lisebenza njalo member of parliament wena
no sisebenza kahle thina sila problem we have a number of developments. We are building clinics, we have ama-schools esifuna ukuthi khona qalisi wakhiwa konke kuplan. Then we have ama-roads since simiswe lizulu kwamanje, but we have been trying by all means ukuthi silungise ama-roads ethu. Some of them have been done, some ebesiwenza destroy ngamanzi ukuthi somele siqalise kutsha futhi ukuthi silungise ama-roads.
Abantu bakhala ngeclinic ukuthi akula mithi uhamba njani?
Yeah, well, I can't tell at the moment because I get a report of Utagula meet, but we have Itabantuna clinic, 7 you are abaning about Tabantuna, but Slamanya clinic around Tabazinduna with nice pedally, it will ease pressure to this clinic.
So that's a local leader in Tabazinduna is talking about some people who are being recycled in Tabazinduna perhaps without authority and voters registration. He says many people are not registering because some don't have the proper documents, and ZEC itself just decided to go to Tabazinduna without informing local leaders. So he says that's very problematic. So there you are, Marvelous. So I hope we've got Mr. Vusango right now. If we can just chat to him, that would be good.
I'm trying to call. Okay, hold on. Mr. Vusango?
Hello?
Yes, if you can go ahead. We are going to chat with you and then go to CCC. We have Godfrey Kurauone to speak. If you can go ahead, ask him a question. What would you like to know?
Yes, so what is his take about the by-election campaigns from the Zanu side?
What's your take on the by-elections campaign from the Zanu PF side?
Yes, thank you very much. Our by-elections are going very well. We are having our star rallies with the president and the vice presidents are going around the country for the star rallies. The only concern we have is that we've seen that the CCC, they are busy always following up on our schedules. Wherever we have gone, they want to follow suit and we have seen that they are the ones who are actually following where we have gone and causing a lot of violence there. They are causing political violence. They are orchestrating violence. Why can they also they start from somewhere. Why do they have to say if the president was in Kwekwe this day today, they are also in Kwekwe tomorrow? If the president was in Kwekwe yesterday, they are there today. Why can they also do their own? Why are they always following Zanu PF? And right now, even
Now he's a little bit far. We cannot hear him. When we
ahead.
started, he was good. Yeah, let him go ahead.
Go ahead.
yes, I'm saying even if you look at their program, at their slogans, why are their slogans always similar to Zanu PF? Why are they always doing everything the Zanu PF way? Why can't they do things their own way? Now they are saying 2023. Why they are following us? We say 2023 is different. They are also saying 2023. Everything is always about following Zanu PF. So why can't they do their own unique things? We have our own unique way. We don't change our party names and everything. And they continue changing their parts, but they still follow what the pattern of Zanu PF. Do your own pattern.
Hold on, Mr. Vusango. Let's now go to Godfrey Kurauone of CCC. Vakuraone manzwa zvekutaurwa navavusango hanzi imi veMDC sorry Citizens Coalition for Zimbabwe munongoteedzera chete zvezano munoti.
I don't want it to be petty. I want to address real issues. I think it will be very petty if I respond to but let me say MDC CCC booked the Kwekwe rally, they booked the Kwekwe rally before Zanu PF. He knows that. And Zanu PF Kwekwe after CCC. Now we booked in Mlawayo. We are not in Cholocho. We are in Mlawayo. These are two different provinces. So why is he saying the CCC is following Zanu PF? And let me tell you, already we are now mobilizing for Koba rally. You will see them following us. I'm surprised when they say we are following them. We are following them where? We booked our rallies well before them. This is the reason why violence on our rallies. They are the ones who are violent. They are coming, they are following us. Violence. You know, last week they killed Ngube in Kwekwe because they are following our rallies. I don't know what about MDC These guys, they must accept that we coexist. They must accept CCC is a political party in against evil. Let them do their own rallies. CCC do its own rallies. In America, you see Biden there, you see Trump there addressing the same crowd, but they can't even allow CCC to rally 140 kilometers away from theirs. What kind of people are they?
Tinoona kuti mangwana kune rally yenyu ikuru muBulawayo. Kutarisira kuti tichafamba sei tisataenda kuna vavusango.
As usual, CCC is the People's Party. Njowana kwakazara vanhu White City Stadium. Our only fear ndekuti vave violence veZanu PF vachauya futi kuda kuzokonzera mhirishonga. But I think kuti this time around taisa the systems in place sokuti munhu wese anopinda mustadium anopinda achinge atariswa kuti ana zvakabata zvinokuvadza vanhu here. But we know them very well. Vane zvavachaita kuda kukonzera mhirishonga.
Okay.
Vanoziva kuti havana mukana.
All right, thank you. Vavusango chitfai last word vongoti gaga tasvika kumagumo.
20 seconds, yes.
Thank you very much. No, I think Kurauone is not being fair to himself. He's not being fair to the listeners. He is very sure that if we are following them, then why are you always behind where we have gone? Why don't you change if you want to change the strategy? You are now still calling yourself MDC. You just said the MDC. You switched to CCC. So it seems you don't even know which political party you are following. Are you following?
Network.
The listeners are hearing.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, but your network.
Few seconds.
Yes, okay. So what we are saying is you can go to White City Stadium, but what we know is you have never delivered. There was no delivery. You could not deliver anything It's just talk, no action.
Thank
you very much. I think Marvelous, we are out of time now. We don't have extra time. We thank our hosts.
Thank
Yes.
you also. Last word here, you have
No, in fact, Marvelous, we have hit the last minute. So we thank our guests this evening, Mr. Regis Vusango of Zanu PF, Mr. Godfrey Kurauone, Citizens Coalition for Change, Mr. Nkululeko Gwabalanda Mathe, an independent political activist, and our correspondent Ezra Tshisa Sibanda, and Anastasia and Lovu as well. Signing off from Maryland, this is Kip Stube saying good night, Zimbabwe.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanganya, who is saying have a very good night. And also thank you to Godwin Mangudya, who gave us the video.
Thank you very much.